Hello everyone, welcome back to the first mod review that we are doing for Hearts of Iron 4. This comes from a user named Midlick, and it's a small mod for the country of Yemen. It pretty much adds a national focus tree for Yemen and allows you to make Yemen a little more playable in the long run, because in the original base game of Hearts of Iron 4, Yemen, you're never really able to do much with it because of how small of a country it is. You have 2 research slots, you have 1 oil that you're trading away, you have next to no construction power, you have no production, anything. And what Midlick's gone and done is actually made a production or national focus tree where we are actually able to gain more land and gain more factories to be able to produce military factories to produce goods and things like that for for Yemen, and it makes it a much more viable player when we look at it long run. Now, this is probably going to be the first series we also do playing as Yemen, because I want to see how far Yemen can get with the new national focuses that it has. One of the few things that sucks starting with Yemen is that you have an unstable government so you have a negative 25% political power gain and a negative 20% national unity. So that's one of the first priorities, is trying to establish some type of government. Right now is ruled by the House of Rasad at 70. Fascist is 10, Communist is 10, Democratic's 10. So again, once we go in here to choose our first political advisors, we do have the Communist Revolutionary, we have the Fascist Demagogue, and we have the Democratic Reformer we can use. So we can kind of take it in whatever country, whatever playstyle we want, or we can leave it undecided and let Yemen go across its own ways. But when you come back into the national focus, once you do the revolution is near, which gives you political power plus 120, you have to choose between democratic influence, fascist influence, or communist influence. Now, if you do the democratic influence, you get friendship with Saudi Arabia, so you're not going to really be able to gain any more land unless you start building a navy, which, with the land that we would possibly get with the spill the blood of Oman, it's not enough to produce a viable navy to compete with naval landing. So we need to try and focus on the ground aspect. So what we could do is go fascist and get the We March, which would give us the gain. We gain the conquer focus, the conquer war goal against Saudi Arabia, and then we could launch the war against Saudi Arabia. Or we can go with the communist ideals, because I believe Saudi Arabia falls under the communist country, and it gains however the hell you say that, which grants daily communism support. So I believe that would mean Saudi Arabia will eventually go communist, and then we would be able to use them. But to start, we're just going to go ahead and pick We Will Rise Up, which takes 140 days. And for research, you want to start instantly with your industry, because we need to fix the industry. Don't worry about the synthetic oil right away. Do not worry about support weapons. Do not worry about weapons 1. Don't worry about support equipment at the moment. Do not worry about armor. Nothing. Don't worry about any of that. Don't even worry about engineering. It's not what we need to focus on right now. Right now, we just need to focus. It's a waiting game, literally. Is setting up the national focus so we can gain more land. So I'm going to go ahead and select the 2 units that I have, and I'm going to get them a commander. Which, if you play as Yemen, you have no commander. But what's great is even if you have no political power, you can just assign a new commander and choose him. And then I'm going to put them into exercise so we can start gaining that army experience, so that we can come into here and we can edit the infantry divisions that they have, because right now their combat width is 12. So if we were to put three more infantry across, we would get that 20 combat width, which will help us when we get to spill the blood of Oman and have to go to war with Oman. So the other thing I'm also going to do is take away the production currently going on for the weapons. We will worry about that when the time comes with the industrial benefits, and then we bring back our military production. Because once we get to spill the blood of Oman, we don't have to take that conquer focus right away. We can still spend like another year or so getting another few months getting our industrial areas up, and then improving our military and getting the military factories up to be able to produce more weapons. So we're just going to go ahead and start this, and we're going to watch what happens. But so pretty much what's coming up is we're doing the We Will Rise Up, which gives us plus 150 political power to spend, and we get a national unity bonus, because right now we're only at 50%. And then we're going to do our need for Eden. And what that is we go to United Kingdom, basically says, hey, we want this country back. And you always get it when you use this one. I've played before once just to see how it works out. So you do get Eden. And once you get Eden, you don't gain any more resources, I think, because there's no resources in Eden. But you gain more territory. And the only bad thing is you still can't construct anything because your industrial level, you don't have enough factories to be able to produce something. So then we're just going to go ahead into the Spill the Blood of Oman, get that, have the war goal available, and that's when we're just going to jump into the industrial benefits so that we can expand our infantry, our industry, get 2 building slots and 2 civilian factories in Yemen, and get to further the industry. That'll also allow us to get extra research, the 2 extra research slots once we finish these 2 as well, but we're going to worry about those later on. First, we're just going to go straight down the line to further our industry, and then we're going to go to improve our military power and go down to furthering our military production so that we get those things. That's all I really have for this while we sit here and wait. There's nothing really new going on. So, obviously, it's telling me we're missing a production line. That's perfectly fine. We're 682 short, but we're still getting that army experience, so we will be able to go in here and edit this. I'm just going to do it as we gain the XP. Add it. So now we're at 14 combat with. What is this? Hardness is 0. Our soft attack goes up. Our hard attack goes up. Our defense goes up. Our breakthrough goes up. Weight and supply use go up a little bit. That's fine. Same with the manpower, but we also get a little more HP and a little more suppression. Hit save so that they can fix that. Alright, basic machine tools are done. And then we're going to choose... We're going to go concentrated industry and start building that. Alright, so we will rise up is done. Now we're going to go for our need for Aden. Political power, modify government. We're going to go fascist so that we can take over Saudi Arabia and choose the higher-ups. No, wait. Yes, that's the one you want. Okay. There's going to be a second option that comes up in a little bit that you have to pay attention to because it can start a civil war in your country, and that's not what we want to go for right now. Okay, National Spanish Civil War is going on. That's perfectly fine. That doesn't bother me. Then we'll put a silent workhorse in. We'll get this. And we'll do excavation to further improve our resource gain. Our need for Aden's almost done. Italy's about to take Ethiopia. Alright, so we got Aden. Those troops are still training. We're not going to worry about moving them right now. We're going to get that war goal and keep going. Alright, so Ethiopia just capitulated. Put captain of industry. Is that mine? Oh, I didn't even realize I got that little island. Huh. That's cool. Alright, available war goal. Not going to touch it. We're just going to go straight into industrial benefits. Leave the war. I love how there's sandstorms. It's so cool. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Grab the electronic mechanical engineering real quick. I'm going to go edit these guys one more time. Okay, so we're at 18 combat with. We'll put one more in there. Alright, so now we're at our full 20. Expand our industry. So that way we can have factories that can actually start doing something so we can get trading going. Get improved machine tools. We're going to put industrial concerns so we can get stuff off that. Non-aligned supporters start a civil war. Nope, we don't want to start a civil war. That's the one you wanted to avoid, because that'll start the civil war in your country, and that's not what we want. So that stuff's done. Keep working on our industry. Construction. Awesome. Get this one done. Free civilian factories. We can, yeah, we can work on that a little bit. Not too worried about anything in here right now because I don't need to worry about it. We're not starting this yet because I still need... Oh, you know what? Actually, we can trade now because we have enough factories. Okay, so trade. We need steel. We'll go from... Who's fascist that has steel? I don't know who's Italy. Italy's giving away its steel. Well, it'll let me take it. Cool. Thank you, Italy. All right. Okay. So the fascists, Federation of South Saudi Arabia. That's what our name changes to? Okay. But, so now we have that. Perfectly fine. No big deal. But now that we have steel, we can start producing infantry equipment. Theorist, military theorist. Awesome. Improve our military. I'm going to stop the exercise on these guys, move them this way, and then I need... Okay, so we don't have enough reinforcements for that. We'll see what happens, because I need that to come back up. And now we're going to start focusing our tech tree on those weapon advancements that we need. Don't really know what Saudi Arabia is doing, but worries me a little bit. Alright, military production. We need support weapons, and then we need these guys. Free civilian factories. We're going to keep them in case we need trade. Which, once we have our military factories, we actually will need. I feel like they're justifying a war goal against me. Material designer, infantry equipment designer. Don't care, don't care. Plus, everything's going to be out of date as soon as I finish infantry support equipment 1. So, or infantry equipment 1. You know what, we'll keep these guys training while they're there. So, 2 more factories in. The Marco Polo Bridge incident happened. Oman should not be allied with it. Oh. They are... Oh, I thought they were justifying a war goal against me, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. But they don't have any allies. So that's okay. They're working on fighter focus, but they don't have many planes. So we can start train now. Light aircraft designer, research slot. We're gonna need this stuff soon, but I want mountaineers. And then while we're waiting for that, we will grab tank. We'll start this one. Jesus Christ! All right, so we just had Japan declare war on China. Expected that. Start this again. The Pax Americana. Not too worried about. It's not going to affect us. Japanese build up on Chinese border. They're going to war anyways. Going to war anyways. Further, our military production is done. So what I need to do, pause this for a second. I need to find... Sweden might be up for it. Hey, Sweden, do you... Nope, nope. Do you love me enough to give me some steel? Because I just need a little bit. Just a little bit. Because I have 2 more factories now. That once I start, we'll take care of it. So now the buildup is starting there. Actually, I haven't gotten this. Like, I took over Oman when I tried through, and then I stopped because now I know what I'm doing. I understand what the concept behind this mod was. Well, let's see what the land doctrine. That's what we need. That's what I forgot. We need to take care of the land doctrine stuff. Shit. Okay. Military population. We're gonna go for this one so that we can have a little more pop up, and we're probably also gonna go from a volunteer force to a limited service by requirement. Cool, we can do that too, but that costs 450. So we're gonna go to limited conscription. Um, those units are still training. These two are going. Slowly but surely they're going. And then once we have these two units, we can start combat with save. And then that should take care of these guys so that we have a little more behind them. The efficiency cap will take care of itself. Now, let's take a look at resources. So, we're going to go ahead and draw out like a battle plan here, and we're going to use the editor here to do that. So, you know what? We can't use the editor really because I'm not trying to... Okay, so we're going to push into Oman, take over Oman, build up a little bit. United Kingdom is allied with Australia, Canada, New Zealand, South Africa. That's a close one. British Raj and United Kingdom. So the British Raj is right there. South Africa's down there. With the capture of Oman and a port right there. How many, does it tell me how many details? 7 to 14 units. Really? 6 to 12. 1. 46 to 81. 5 to 10. 5 to 10. Iraq probably has, yeah, nothing. Italy's got 51 to 89. Let's see who have it. Okay. France has 60 to 108. Germany has 38 to 91. That's only because I don't have a lot of intelligence on them. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take over Oman, and then we're going to start down the fascist line to get the We March on Saudi Arabia. So once we control Oman, we're actually going to mass recruit infantry units, because this is just desert. And then once we have the tanks, I can actually change these guys over to, what's the word I'm looking for? Tank units. That's the word I'm looking for. Alright, so let's go ahead and start this. This is going to be a semi-long video. But I actually like this mod because for some reason, playing as a smaller power that's actually going somewhere seems like so much fun. Instead of being a powerhouse where you already know you're going to be able to fuck some shit up, like, you're like, I don't really know. I got like 1 oil, I have to import all my stuff. But once the world wars pop off, it's going to be an issue for iron. So I need somewhere that has iron relatively quickly. Alright, and then we'll increase this one as well. Deploy units. We're going to deploy this unit here. Did I, okay, I did. And then we can make changes. Army offense. It's fine. And then this one's finishing up. With these 4 units, we shouldn't need any more, so we'll be able to take over Oman. And the fascist party is going to rule the government anyway, so that's perfectly fine. But anyways, I need a country with iron near me, and everybody's only got like rubber or tungsten and chromium. South Africa's got the iron, and I don't want to go to war with the United Kingdom or the British Raj. Damn it. All the countries that have iron are up there. God damn it. Alright, so we're going to have to like build quick and make a push. That's what we're going to have to do. Alright. Resistance is none. States. Yemen, Aden. Control that. Supply areas. We're good. Okay, so this shouldn't be an issue to take, but what I'm going to need, we're going to have to put defensive units here in case Saudi Arabia decides to make a push when we go after them. So what we're going to do, actually, just pause that for a second. train. So they'll start and they'll finish as they go. That's fine. And then we should be ready to go to war. Alright. So this is where we're going to cut this video. In the next video, we go to war with Oman. So I will see you guys in the next video.